Nosleep last summer, I went hiking alone in a forest near my town. About an hour into the trail, I noticed a phone lying beside a fallen tree. The screen was cracked, but it still had battery power. At first, I planned to hand it over to the police, but curiosity got the better of me. I picked it up and pressed the power button. To my surprise, there was no passcode. The phone opened directly to the photo gallery. The first few pictures seemed normal enough. They showed random parts of the forest, trails, trees, and rocks. But as I continued scrolling, my stomach dropped. The next photo was of me. I was standing in my kitchen. At first, I thought it had to be someone who looked like me. But when I zoomed in, I recognized everything. My coffee mug sat on the counter. My backpack hung from a hook near the door. It was my house. I kept scrolling. There was a photo of me watching television in my living room. Another showed me sleeping in my bed. Another showed me checking my mailbox at the end of my driveway. Every picture had clearly been taken without my knowledge. My hands started shaking. I checked the timestamps. Most of the photos had been taken during the previous month. Whoever had taken them had apparently been watching me for weeks. Then I reached the final image. The timestamp showed it had been taken only 10 minutes. Earlier, the photo showed me standing in the forest, holding the phone. I immediately looked up from the screen. There was nobody around, just trees and silence. My heart was pounding as I looked more closely at the image. That's when I noticed something I had missed. In the background, partially hidden between two trees, stood a person. They were watching me. I slowly turned around and stared at the exact spot where the figure had appeared in the photo. There was nobody there, not a single person. I didn't stick around to investigate. I ran all the way back to my car and drove straight to the nearest police station. When I arrived, I explained everything and handed the phone to an officer. He listened patiently before opening the gallery himself. Then he frowned. The gallery was empty. Every photo was gone. The officer searched through the device for several minutes, but couldn't find a single image. Eventually, he asked if someone was playing a prank on me. I insisted I wasn't joking, but without any evidence. There wasn't much they could do. That was a year ago. I tried to move on and eventually convinced myself that maybe I'd imagined parts of it. Maybe fear had gotten the better of me. Then last week, I opened my front door and found a photograph taped to it. The image showed me standing inside the police station, talking to the officer who had taken my report. The picture had been taken from across the street. Someone had been watching me even then, with trembling hands. I turned the photograph over. Written on the back in black marker were 3 simple words: "Nice try."